What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I think I finally got a name for this. We're gonna call this "Review Words Fail." This is the best I can come up with. I'm not much for names. Um, we little bit of we had our big launch of big launch. We had our big launch of another show that we were doing. My co-host Faye. We started to do the Homebrew's new show Retrograde Infinium, and we have our review of that show up. We're going to try to do that every week. I think their newest episode is live today. We're calling our show reviewing the Infinite Infinium. I can't say it now. Think about words too long; they get hard. But anyway, uh, but we are reviewing Power Word Fail. And this is episode 45, the Matron's Mind. That's hard. All right. Starting it off. Cody is instantly dead to me. He forgot about Pickles. How do you forget about Pickles? She's literally the star of the show. Anyway, um, we pick up at the mine entrance, and they see some tracks heading into the mine, but they couldn't get much from it. Ambrose is not as smooth tracker as he might think himself to be. They take a long rest before heading in because they want to be fresh and ready for whatever is up ahead. They set up camp for the night. The morning rolls around and they get ready. Navarra stays close to Ravenov for some reason. Mirage tries to give Ambrose the crossbow he made, with the special engraving, the sappy love. Um, but he just ignores it and walks on. The group was watching the whole time. That was quite embarrassing. Ambrose uses pass without trace, and he gives everybody. Well, I imagine that he gave everybody little booties, like little coverall booties that you put on your feet so you don't track in mud anywhere. But he said he just wiped something on the bottom of everybody's feet. But I like to pretend they're little booties because that's cute. The marching order is Ferric is second, Ravenal is in the middle, Ambrose is first, of course. Navarra is with Ravenal, and Miraz and Pickles are in the back. And I don't have where Adalia is. They walk for a while in this mine, and Cody starts to say something, and then Ian instantly goes, "I roll stealth." Man, if that didn't scream like paranoid, the DM's about to do something is there, then I don't know what does. Um, they find a mine cart lift, and at the bottom they can see like some type of purple light, some purple glowing light. As they look at this mine cart lift, they see that only a few people can go at a time, and they kind of like decide the sneakier people should go. And Pickles is covered in heavy armor, but Ferric casts invisibility, greater invisibility on her, I think. Uh, Three people can go in the mine cart at a time, plus a Pickles. And I think Pickles, Ambrose, Adalia, and Ferric go. They can when they get down to the bottom. I think when they get down to the bottom of the Minecraft, they can see a purple. They can see like purple crystals along the wall that kind of lights up the space. And as the group looks forward, they can see snake people doing some what they suspect a ritual, and immediately have to roll for initiative. We are in combat, ladies and gentlemen. Ambrose is up first, and he shoots shots at a man, at a snake man at that. Ravenov is up, and he holds the rope for everybody to get down, and I think he readies an action. Pickles is invisible, and she sneaks up and grapples a snake person. Ferric is up, and he tries to get them to surrender, but of course they don't listen because what fun would that be? And he gets to slashing. He ends his turn in front of Adalia. trying to protect her. Like, don't hurt my love. Uh, but Snake Man doesn't listen, and he tries to throw a lightning bolt at them, and Adalia uses Magic Shield to block it. Another one tries to attack Adalia, and this one hits, unfortunately, and Adalia is up next. She casts Bless on everybody. She hides behind a minor card for cover. Adalia gives Nadalia. Navara gives Bless to everyone up top, and then jumps off the ledge and grabs the rope. Now, that's how it looked. But how she planned was she was going to jump off and then ask Eugene to cast Featherfall. But there were some workings of like how fast spells can and then turns and just how fast you fall, all that stuff. It didn't work out the way she wanted to, but they figured it out. She rolled a nice acrobatics and was able to catch the rope that Ravenov was holding. Uh, Once she got down to the bottom, she cast her Vow of Enmity, not to be confused with the Vow of Anime. That's real different. Mirage casts Featherfall on Ravenal and himself and jumps off with Ravenal. A snake man. Excuse me. A snake man tries to hit Pickles and misses. Back to Ambrose and he comes in blasting, and I started blasting, but and he kills somebody and they just explodes into a pile of snakes. Ravenov up and he is disgusted about what he sees. It seems like there's some dark business coming in. I mean, like snake people in robes, purple crystals. What all do you need to be a paladin of justice and be disgusted? So he immediately attacks the nearest cultist in front of him. Pickles is up and she punches someone in the back of the knee and kills them. She just gave those the back of the knees, bam, bam, and that was it. That's all you get. You died by somebody punching you in the back of the knees. Like, imagine getting to heaven and they'd be like, "Man, how you die?" Goblin punched me in the back of my knees. What, bro? Anyway, Ferric senses that these people aren't really dying, they're just turning into piles of snakes. He tries to cast Hold Person on one of the cultists, but he fails. Navarra tries to use cunning words, and it's ineffective. Last Snake Man is up, and he casts Cone of Cold, and Adalia tries to counterspell it, but he counterspells the counterspell. Adalia is up this turn, and she uses the Sacred Flame to kill the last snake. Ferric fills them down. Yeah, she uses Sacred Flame to kill the last guy, to kill the last snake man, but he turns into a pile of snakes again. And then Ferric tells everybody like, "Hey, we gotta like kill these snakes." So they start like stomping and killing snakes and setting them on fire. And Ferric can actually feel them dying now. Navarra has burned her hands coming down the rope because she jumped, and Ferric stabs her to heal her hands. I don't know if he stabbed her in the hands, but I think he stabbed her in the gut, and she was just like, "Ow!" And Ferric's like, "Oh, it's like getting a shot," but it's not. They head into the next room and they look around for a bit, and they find an office. And that's where this episode ends. Excuse me. Um, this was a good episode. This actually was a good episode. It went by real fast, but it was a really good episode. I very much enjoyed this episode. I like the splitting up of groups. Like one group was at the top of the mine shaft, and then the bottom group had started combat because they were. I think Pickles rolled a natural one on her stealth. But and then just the role play, and then I really like Navarra. She's like starting to shine. She's starting to show her own. She's like getting in the swing of things. I'm really liking it. I love her voice. I really like Navarra, and whole Ferric and Adalia situation is getting cute, sappy, real sappy, but cute. So we sorry, got distracted there, and lost train of thought. But I like this episode, so I want to give this episode a 9 out of 10. I think it deserves it. There was I like the combat that was going on. I like the role play in between the combat. The whole like um Navarre burning her thing. She played it off real well, and it was continuation. It wasn't just like combat was over and she forgot that she hurt herself. I love that when you have running things and you don't forget like what happens. Just because you guys aren't fighting anymore doesn't mean you're not hurt anymore. So that was great. Role play was great. Trying to think of one other specific thing that I did like. You know, this was back. I really liked at first the Ambrose Mirage, like Ambrose is mad at Mirage, and then eventually it turns into like, oh, this is getting awkward, and I think it happened right at the thing at the same time as the group, and they was like, did that happen in front of us? And then he was like, well, I wasn't trying to hide it, so I enjoyed it. It was, but it's like, oh, okay, but. Ian does this so well that I had to ask in the chat. I was like, "You guys okay? Like, are you guys actually fighting? Like, what's the deal there?" And then they were like, "Oh no, we all love each other. We talk about actually being mean to each other in the game all the time." So if you're like me and think they were actually fighting or having disagreements or anything, no, they aren't. It is all part of the role play. So again, 9 out of 10. I really liked this episode. It was a fun episode. We are on episode 45. We're almost there. We're almost there. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Miles TV. And as always, you are loved, you are important, and you matter. You guys have a nice day. Bye.